started noticing with Nikki. So when I heard Nikki the first time, my first impression, I was like, she's got a lot of knowledge, you know, she learned a lot. But for me, they're just words. I can learn that anywhere. But in the last week, maybe week and a half, I found like she was able to differentiate when she's in her head and her heart. She's really working hard at it. And now our share is so much more powerful for me because she's talking from her heart. And that's way more valuable. Because I feel like I do have a lot of knowledge, but you know, I can share it and then it'll be just words. And people will be like, they probably won't remember what I said. But if I share an experience, then they can take that with them and relate. Anybody else had like a breakthrough or something that they learned, big learning lesson? I feel what we've been sharing, it's a lot of about awareness. We're just become more and more aware of what we're doing. So
thanks, Pascal. What's there for me is who would like to take us to our true nature purpose? Meaning allow us to experience it, not only us here, but so that the whole world could experience it. So what that is that was my intuition that I threw out on the round table. You can step up, somebody can say yes, or we can also put like, oh, I would like to do this, and put your choice on the round table too.
I feel moved to share, so I will. It was almost 6 months ago now that I was introduced to the magnetic mind community. And I was attracted by the "You're Not Broken" message, especially. And at that time, I was smack in the middle of the major heartbreak of my life. So when I came in, my heart was very closed, very protected, very much armored up. because I felt like I was being pounded by all the people that I had loved in my lifetime. And at that time, that was my wife and my 3 children and all of my siblings. So I was very guarded, but I didn't want to be. And what I get the most out of gathering together like this, like we have been for 60 some days already, is that every day I come here and someone says something that opens up my heart a little bit more. And that opening has accumulated over a number of months now. I have grown to trust other people. I've grown to trust myself. And I've really grown to trust the higher intelligence that inspires everything. And so just to give reference, by some miracle, I've managed to land on my own very personal, very real true choice. A choice that I created that's true for me. And I want to thank Jesse for being there when I found it. So I'll tell you what it is. I choose to live the desires of my heart. When I first said that choice out loud, it both excited me and scared me. But over the days that I repeated it, it's become part of me. What I discovered is that it's true. And also discovered that my heart is true. And as my heart opens up, the meaning of that gets deeper and deeper for me. And that choice becomes integrated into my being. So that's why these daily openings are really, really important for me and really life-changing.
Thank you, Craig. I think Neil wants to dance or buzz.
You can join me in mine. 'Cause I'm buzzing.
No, I had goosebumps when you said that choice, and again, it was the energy of the way you said it too that was very impactful for me. So I thank you for that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave now. I'm outside and I'm getting very cold. So I'm sure I'll see all of you soon. Thanks again.
Thanks, Neil.
Thanks, Neil.
Thank you, Neil.
Thank you.
Thank you for you. Thank you for you.
Have a great day, all of you.
Yeah, great to have you here today.
Do
Neil.
it.
Craig, I love that you going into your heart with having to know that, you know, when you delight yourself as you delight yourself in God, He give you the desires of your heart. And that is just knowing that when you delight yourself in your heart, knowing what you're choosing, that comes with changing. You're changing not just then yourself, but others. And this is where change comes from, when we actually do change ourselves. Because if we get to know who we really are, who we truly really are, then we can pass it to the next person, and that person gets to know who they really are, and then that person gets to know who they really are, and then it's just ripple, and that is when heaven on earth. That's when we create a new earth. And it's beautiful. And I am so honored to be here, to witness this, to experience this, to be here in this time and space. Wow. It's just wow. Thank you.
So, Mona, the space that you opened up, are you satisfied?
Yeah. Actually, yes, I am. I feel, I'm sorry. I feel like it was a space that was opened up so that people could share and learn from all the aha moments that everybody had this week. And with that, I feel like this time period is complete now.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is, like, we didn't force anybody to share, but they just share as they will. So yeah, to me, because like I feel like I always try to put myself in their shoes, and I've been to that spot that, like, I was really shy, and I didn't want to share. But then when the call ends, I had this burning desire to be like, oh, I should have shared. But like that builds up so much frustration that eventually, like, I had to let it go. And now, like, I'll share anything. It doesn't matter. I just love it.
Yeah. Sharing is caring. sharing is caring. And I feel that also, Pascal, because I wouldn't say, I am actually a shy person. You would not believe it. You really wouldn't. But we also label that, you know, as we compare each other's choices, or compare, oh, I'm not like this one, or I'm not like that one. But it's not about competition yet. We're coming in our truth, in knowing that what we were and where we are and what we're doing is just in the learning, it's just a learning process, you know. But when you're around the people that you want to be around, that you want to become, that is setting an example, yeah, that's when you can really be in a safe space in saying, I cannot be. Because I never shared in Magnetic Minds on the how you call it, give me a share. I've never, only one time with Hannah, when we were doing, for the second time I was doing intuition, and I had this, I said to myself that morning, because it was a lot of impact, a lot of things were happening and a lot of shifting, and I love Hannah's teaching because I'm a student. I love to learn. So with Hannah, I did the certification because of Hannah. When I heard that Hannah Knights was going to do the teaching, I actually signed up for that. And that's the truth. And when I had her well, not had her, but the first time I did it with Chris, and it was wonderful. But when Hannah came on, I felt obliged to go into and share what I was learning. Because I think it's very important what you're learning, what you're taking away. And when you share, you're actually learning. And I get to learn every single day. But coming now on you know, this in the morning, when I say prepare, I am a person that is organized. I'm not putting myself on a pedestal yet, or putting myself on a spot. I'm telling you, this is what I have practiced. This is what I have not just done yesterday or day before. I've been doing this for years. So this is not something that I'm trying to make some sort of, oh, look at me, I've got it all together. No, I haven't, because I haven't. It's a practice that I've practiced, but I can now come into my desire of saying my truth, because I know who I am. I don't let people tell me who I am anymore. I don't allow people to label me and tell me, oh, you know, you should be like this or you should be like that. And because I didn't do what you want me to do, so now I'm to say whatever, rude or ruthless or cocky or know-it-all. No, I don't. I've never said I know it. I'm very humble. I'm very humble. And that's why the fact that I can be here in my heart now and, you know, be able to humble myself, because I know I'm in a safe place. I know that I can express myself, because the men, and I especially say men in this group, are very, very intuition, very heart-centered, very caring, very loving, and protected. There's a lot of protection here. And to me, that's important. As a woman, it's very important to feel protected. And so, you know, that's it. That's what I bring to the table. Just bringing now, as I have also chosen that choice of showing myself to be who I am, not what I'm trying to pretend or what I want people to know about me. But a lot of people come to me and say, oh, tell me about yourself. You know, they all want to know, like, oh, tell me about yourself. I haven't got time for small talk, man. That's small talk. I don't have time for small talk, you know? So when I share, I appreciate the fact that I can share. And it's given me a real understanding of how far I've come. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, Nikki. That was awesome.
So, well, welcome.
Yeah, I missed everything before 6.
Who will fill in, man? Who will invite and catch him up to this? And then I will,
Pretty
then
much.
I'm gonna, then there's a lesson we can learn.
I'll catch him up.
Thank you.
Yeah, just before you entered the room, Will, we were actually talking about true nature and purpose, and how a few people actually mentioned that they felt like their true nature and purpose was actually wrapped in barbed wire when they joined Magnetic Mind. And I kind of relate to that myself. It's really kind of interesting. So
Like they couldn't access it, kind of thing.
well, that it was, yeah, that was kind of protected and armored up, and kind of put on the back burner, I guess you could say. I mean, I'm sure that's what I did too. And I don't know if you were here when for my share, when I was
think I
talking
came
about
in
being heartbroken and stuff,
right at the end.
right at the end of
So
it. Yeah.
I missed it all.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay, because I was talking about being heartbroken, and what I'm learning in this loving circle is that every time I get together in here, my heart opens up a little bit more. Is what I was saying. But as far as true nature and purpose goes, I've also found a place in this circle to actually live into my true nature and purpose. And if you've ever heard me share in this group, that's me, that's my true nature, that's my purpose. It turns out that that's it. That's my true nature, is to put my heart on the table and share it with other people. And so with that, Will, I invite you into the space and invite you to bring your word or phrase with you today.
Oh, thank you, Craig. True nature and purpose. Yeah. I can see that. I've witnessed that now with you, coming from your heart now for what, over 2 months now. And yeah, that's who you are. I can see that. That's beautiful. It's a good example of how to be. And yeah, it's a pleasure to witness, and something that we can all work on emulating, having that courage, to be vulnerable, as it's not easy, especially when you've been hurt a lot in your life, and sometimes continue to be. Yeah, today it's kind of a mixed bag for me. Yesterday it was truth, or no, it was nature yesterday. And before that it was truth. And like you, Craig, I just want to live my true nature and purpose now, which is living my truth and being in nature as much as I can and connecting with people that are also living their true nature and purpose. And today I just want to be happy. That's my word for today, is happy. I choose happy, even though I'm not necessarily feeling it. It's my intention. Thank you guys for creating a safe space to be vulnerable. Because I don't feel that in my own house. I've never experienced that in my own house or in life.
And we can't expect that it'll be the same. We want to bring it in, and we do, but we have to create it differently. It's not the same as it is here.
Yeah.
We're a different level. We're a layer out. Yeah, we're building something from the ground up, but we build it so that we learn how we can build it in the other ones that are close to us. See?
Because they've seen our dark side far too many times, and they can be very guarded, and so can we.
You can't force it. All you can do is choice. And they're the hardest ones. So what you learn here, you go put it out in the world, and you can screw up here with us, right? That's cool.
That's truly a gift. Having a place where you can screw up with people that love you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so true. That is so spot on. That is so, so true. That's unconditional love. Because it's not coming with conditions. It's just like this, that's it, you know. It's actually what family is about. To be honest, a unit that you can just mess up and like have a bad day or just come home and you know what I mean? It's just no judgment. It's just like nothing personal. It's just what it is. And then you get somebody to say, okay, I'll give you your space, you know, throw your little tantrum, you know, whatever. And then, are you okay? And can we talk about it now? Can we talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, can we actually talk about this now and move on? And that's when you just like go forwards. You just get up and you go, okay, cool, let's move on. And that goes with everything. It goes with everything.
Will, are you ready for the truth yet?
Sure. Always.
You're triggering it all, so you're causing it.
You know what Nikki mentioned about it's not personal. You know, when you get in a group of people that love you, it's not personal. But what's interesting to me is that actually creates the space to actually be personal.
We've wrapped it up in something else.
Yeah, exactly.
How the world says we're supposed to be. Hollywood, really. Like, oh, that's because that's love, right? What Henry Weinstein, right? He's a perfect example of it.
Yeah.
RV.
I'm sorry. Yeah, did I get him wrong?
You mean the The one who's in jail, or
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
All right, he knows how to produce marriages.
not from a place of love, that's for sure.
Hmm. So Will came on. What's your resistance now?
I checked in when I first got on, it was about 2.9 and it wasn't going down.
Ooh.
I did that EDMR cross tapping and eye movement, and it's down to 0 now.
Uh-huh.
And you know, that's to my end result of living a life I love. But I have this little bit of mental conflict going on. And it's just more on like a personal level. Just like here I can just, I feel like I can be my authentic self and just speak my truth and be vulnerable with you guys. Like I barely know you guys. I just know you guys on here in this framework. And I feel like I can just open up and be my true self. And then in my personal life, it's like anytime I feel hurt by someone, I just tend to want to run away from them and cut them out and push them away, and just like a scared little boy, just like, nope, close off my heart to people that mean the most to me.
Yeah.
And it's just a real big, like, it's just a, like, my personal life is, it's kind of a mess. And
So,
it's hard to kind of connect the two.
but possible?
Well, let's put it this way.
No, I don't need specifics. I don't need specifics. Yeah. All I needed was a yes. Was it possible to connect the two? Because right now you can't.
I don't believe it's possible. No.
Gotcha. Okay.
I want to.
Good. No. Yeah, it's nothing more than that. I hear the
In this
personality.
moment, I don't.
I want you to choose how would you like to let this go?
I guess first thing that came to mind is acceptance. Just accept it all. Just how it is. Maybe that's my
Number
word
one.
for today, is acceptance, actually. Because happy is kind of like a forced thing right now, because it's not coming naturally. I'm going to choose acceptance today. It's very heavy. It's easy to accept here, to be in this group and feel accepted, and to accept all of you. In my personal life, when someone's in your face or speaking their truth and it hurts, it's hard to accept.
Well, I hear you. Isn't that what everyone wants?
To be heard.
Yes.
Accepted.
Yes. How do we acknowledge each other that we heard them?
Guys,
I'm sorry, how do we know that we've heard someone? How do we let them know that we've heard them? Do you see it's happening right now?
yeah.
So what is going on right now? Where is it? What's the resistance? What's going on?
That's
How old are you?
I don't. I, that's the
Fine.
that's the disconnect. That's
How many
what you're
generations
witnessing.
back are you? How many generations back are you?
I don't think this is actually anything that needs to be fixed or dove into.
Wonderful.
Is that a childhood thing? Oh, maybe it is. Seven? Okay. Maybe that is age. That's an age 7 thing. Dealing with my father, I guess. Age 7. Okay. I guess the resistance was that, oh no, this is just how I am.
What's this child doing?
It's being chastised.
Hmm.
And shutting down.
Can you pause it? Can you pause it?
Okay.
Yeah. So then can you back it up and can you take it forward?
Okay.
Yeah. Can you change the choice and then take it backwards and take it forwards?
Okay. Yeah.
So you know the one choice that you've made and you know how it's played out. And now that you've come back as your experienced self, the wisdom you have today, where you are now, you come back and with this child and just pull him up out of the situation so that he can see all of it. You can share the knowledge, the wisdom.
Wow. To hear and to be heard. Wow.
That's proof that there's no more resistance to it, just as he said that. So no longer do we need to go into it. No longer do we need to explore it. Now we just let it relax.
Cool. So do I just place that 7-year-old version of me in my heart then? And bring it
Yeah.
along with me now?
Yeah,
At
you're
this
there.
age?
You saw the possibility. Yeah. So yes, now you connect them in Now, the other thing that we can do, we can ask, are we complete?
Yes.
So good. And so it's like, so then it's like complete, and you can say complete now is your full intention. It's like, but the intention is to bring that whole personality just to fill it in with this new choice. What is the new choice? Then I will ask, so that I know then that we're going to ground it in here when you say it in your words.
Um, I have to hear and to be heard, but also to stand in my power.
Okay, that sounds like you're all right. That's your
Making it up.
self-conscious.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Just go back into the feeling. Remember, go back into the connection. Go back into that point with that child. Now, see, sometimes I come out of it really fast. And some people need to stay in the experience of it longer, right? To set it in, to anchor it to, some people need to do that. So if it takes you longer, it's because your skill's not quite as good yet.
So are you asking, well, what's my choice as that 7-year-old version now?
Yes.
How do I choose to live?
Yes. Is that, but here, remember, like when that situation was happening, you chose to take an action.
I chose to go into a disassociated state. And
That's right.
so now I've repeated this pattern of being chastised and being in a disassociated state for my whole entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of pathetic.
Yep. Good.
Still
Good.
reliving that pattern at age 47.
Good. Good. Yeah. And what else do you want to share with this child?
It's time to grow the fuck up.
Hmm. Didn't like that language.
Yeah, sorry.
So say it again. Like honor it. Honor that. Then honor what you got, and clean it up.
It's okay. You can make a new choice.
Yeah, you feel the difference in that. Ooh.
You can choose to stay present. You can hear the other person speak their truth and honor it instead of shutting down. But shutting down is like rejecting what other people have to say from their heart. And it's not love. You can be with people and just hear them and honor them.
And so promise me that you and your wife are going to sit down and play the game Go when you get the board, and
Yes.
you're going to play it from the perspective of happily married.
Thank you so much. I don't know how much that means.
No, I don't. I just made my obvious actions. I said yes to, that sounds like a really good idea, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I told her about it yesterday, and she really wants to play it with me.
Yeah.
It's like you gave a gift to my marriage. Thank you so much for that.
How else would I fucking connect it?
So she's excited to play it.
Oh, that means she's excited to be married to you.
Yeah. To an
Are
asshole
you? Are you?
to
It's
a
fine.
scared little
Forget
boy
about that. The past, brother.
Okay.
Stop looking backwards, look forward.
Thank
So
you.
here's the metaphor. Everyone drives, they all think they're looking forward, but in all reality, they have the biggest rear view mirror and they can't see anything but what's behind them.
Yep.
I mean, it's like me driving forward and this is all I see, right?
Yeah,
Where the fuck are you going then?
yeah, exactly. What's the destination? Happily married. Happily married.
Make that rear view mirror the way as small as it's supposed to and go for what you want. It's the same damn thing. You just always have stupid partners or not partners, passengers that you don't always agree with. All right, I've hogged the airtime.
I appreciate it. Thank you. That was a pretty major breakthrough.
So now we can go scatter.
Yeah. It's like who needs therapy when you got this group, eh?
That's a point, right? That's the point. That's the beehive, right? And that's making sure that the home beehive is strong, the foundation. Otherwise, I mean, because greed's going to tear this thing. Greed tears everything apart, and when it changes like this, greed will take it off the rails. I mean,
It's
the
transforming
same.
by moving forward.
That's right. It's the same things happening in my business. So we need to get it to a point that it doesn't matter by any individual. That's the only way movements happen. Transformations, when it becomes organic, as they say, yeah. Which this is structured to do and is doing.
Thank you so much for that. I'm adjusting one of my true choices to just simply happily married. Cut all the other BS. What a gift. Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome, Will. You did it.
It's a lot. Happily married.
You did it. All right. Other coaches or witnesses, what did you observe, learn, lesson, value, honor? Yeah, Nikki, he has to be heard, accepted, and appreciated. Yeah, that is I mean, that was my intuition as it came in. It was like what I saw, exactly what you explained, Will. Like when you first opened it with me. So everything that here's the key, guys. Here's what I found is the key is that inflection moment of when you ask the question, the tension is set. That's the change that's the change you're reading. So know the question you're going to answer, anticipate the answer you want, and compare it to what they launch with. Because when you're grounded, you'll know whose resistance is and where it's going, and you can then your intuition picks up on it. If there's a script, that's it.
Wow. Yeah. Gonna have to re-listen to that. That was gold, and I had a hard time hearing it. Pattern.
Love it, Mona. I'd love to hear I mean, the timeline is being able to do that is what I learned from you.
I love
And
the
it's
way
so
you did it.
so powerful. Thank you. what did you love about it? Like what?
I just really like the way that you worked with it, the intuitiveness that you had with it. And I watched Will be in a super safe space with the process itself. And he was able to open up on a much deeper level than he probably normally would have with a regular process, with a different type of process. And that's really what that timeline is for a deeper level of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And he did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
That was
what I-
extremely, that was extremely awesome that he opened up to that vulnerability.
Did you see him try and bypass me?
Yes.
When he tried to buy, okay, it's not this lifetime is what I said. So I guess I didn't know why. I mean, I was just following mine. It was like, okay, fine. It's not this lifetime. So we're going to, oh no. And boom. Then we were able to come right back underneath of it. Did you see it? It was like, oh, that was beautiful.
His little protector controller was showing up.
Oh man, holy smokes.
It said, we're not going to do this. We might die.
You know what's funny is
you can't get into that crack. No way.
That's right.
it's like that protector controller took over the muscle check. It was like, nope, I'm shutting this down. I'm going to give you a false positive.
That protector controller will wreak havoc
Oh my
in a reactionary space. Yeah. And it's like that protector controller, I think, gives us the most, I don't want to say trouble, but it gives us the most to work with when we're becoming aware of where are we going and how are we getting there. Because I think that part especially creates the part-time personality that shows up, reacts, and then just disappears just like that.
Yeah.
Yes. How did that happen? Where did that come from? I don't usually do that.
It's a deflection. I mean, if you think about it,
Wow.
all it is a deflection. It's like a ding.
Yeah.
Yes. And then when somebody starts using words, then it starts to become a red herring. We're going down a bad path here.
Oh man.
That's the heart opening part.
And then the vultures come in.
Hmm.
Let me take all your money out of your pocket.
And we all have that aspect of us, just at varying degrees.
Wow. Man. Yeah, I can't thank you enough to help me find my true choice. And the age 7 protector controller was preventing me from seeing it, from even getting close to it. And has been my whole life. And now that's in the past.
I did work with my dad one time and I did a recode with him, and I do it closed eye so that I'm entirely in the field. When I opened my eyes, he was in his chair. We did this in person, and his eyes were wide open, and I could see like just an alternate personality sitting in that chair. His hands were on the arms, and yeah, just like that, Jesse. Holy crap. He was like, holy, what's happening?
He went through the recode eyes wide open.
Part of it, yeah.
Oh, did
That's
it
when his
still
protector
work?
controller started showing up, because in this recode, I was starting to get so much stuff downloaded so fast, I couldn't keep up with it.
Ah,
his subconscious wanted that recode, but his protector controller said, hey, something's going on here. And I'm 80, I'm gonna die.
It's like, hell no.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's started him on his own journey to shift.
Wow. What a gift, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that must have been, how was that for you? Like the experience of that?
Well, it was a little intimidating because it was my dad, and I already knew what family history was. I knew probably more about family history than he did or he chose to remember. And for me, I feel like I was able to open up a door for him so he can see his own stuff, so to speak. Because my dad is, he's a little bit like George Jefferson on the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
He's kind of like that character. And he's very set in his ways, very black and white, the whole 9 yards. And he was raised in a way that he had to be hyper vigilant of the feelings of the adults in the room. And he was like an only child for a few years to himself. And he never learned how to navigate his own emotions because of that. He wasn't allowed to have any of his own. He's operated under that premise all his life. And when I started doing the recode with him, he started having the emotions show up for him that he had never experienced. And he has a difficult time managing them, and learning to sit with them has been a challenge. So I'm very proud of him for his work.
Great. What do we do next? Are we complete? I'm not. Let's put it that way. I have nowhere to go and I'm at a hotel. My family's still asleep. I got an hour till I got to go get breakfast. So I'm here. I'm going to do this though. I'm going to do that.